Good afternoon, everyone. So my topic for today is responding to steady workers. So in this presentation, I'm going to explain that why there is need to motivate or acknowledge the work of all those employees who are working in an organization, whether they are at top level or whether they are at mediocre level. So, what are capable employees? So these are those employees which do their work very effectively in a way that needs to be done, and with that they have better results, but they demand less. So but even at some point of time, those capable employees who do their work very efficiently or they have their better results, they do need acknowledgement and acknowledgement of their talent and their effort which they're putting into their work to show better results at some time. So here the writer talks about two kinds of players, A players and B players. So what are A players? So A players are the roles which are the lead roles, which we see at the first place. So for example, they can be managers or coordinators, or if we talk about in general, they can be lead singers or lead actors. So and what are the B players? So those are the players or the associates which are at the secondary position or more like supporting position. So they can be drummists, bassists, or like associates. So according to Thomas J. Belong, he quotes B players as a proverbial wheel that never squeaks and gets no grease. So more like they do their work efficiently. They are like more doing their work in a major platform, but they don't show themselves in at the front position. So that this is what he wants to show here. So what makes them B player? So sometimes what happens is there are those A players who deny to be at the pressure of the A level, what pressure they're gonna get at the A level. So they deny that position and they showcase themselves as a B players. They are more interested into their day-to-day routine. They are more interested to spend their time with their family. They're like loving their basic lifestyle. So at that point of time, they deny or they don't desire more promotions. So they stuck to their B player role. They're as compared to A players, they are more likely to be more stable and more loyal to the organization in they are working in. They form the backbones of the organization, and if they do not get proper acknowledgement and proper like realization of what the effort they're putting into, they might lose their track and they might think themselves as the C players, or the ones which are taken for granted, who are not acknowledged for their work, who are just present in the organization to follow the rules or the decisions that are being made by the A players or the topmost levels. So what can we do to support B players? So first of all, as a manager or as a leader, we need to know what their interests are, what their hobbies, what their passions, what their work values, and what are their strongest skills in a workplace are. And second thing, it is important to seek what they seek from their career. So sometimes associate, they might need a promotion to a higher level when they are working efficiently, or sometimes associate, they need to put their hand into different sectors of an organization. Like they just want a lateral promotion, not an upgrade, but they want lateral shift to one or two platforms. So and sometimes when a leader sees a B player, they're doing more efficient work. So they push that associate that to move into a higher platform. So that should not be here. If the B player is not willing to move himself to a better position or promote himself, we should not do it. Rather than we should provide them a better opportunity to acquire more skills in a way where he is comfortable, rather than pushing them into like more difficult situations. And the second thing is that we can recognize and reward them. So at normally, like we see in a more organization, that we as the more basic associates, they're less likely to initiate any meetings. They're less likely to approach the leaders for their requirements. So it is the basic necessity for the leaders or the like A players of that organization to have a regular meeting with them, even if they don't want to initiate it or they don't want to participate it. In this case, an organization is able to know what their interests are or what they are seeking from that point of organization. We need to acknowledge and praise them for what the good work or what hard work is, how hard they're working for an organization, and we should provide affirmations to them. They might not receive same financial support as the A players or the topmost leaders are getting. Like we see that managers or supervisors or coordinators, they do definitely get high pays because according to their position, according to the education. But how we can make an associate work more efficiently? It's by acknowledging them and by praising them for what they are doing, showing them trust and value by listening to their new ideas and suggestions. So sometimes it might happen that an associate or a B player, they have any idea or they have any new suggestions in their mind. Sometimes they do get ignored and they feel like they are just taken for granted. They are just here to do the work and then go to home. They don't have any value. This thing should not be here. Their ideas, their supporting things, they should be valued as well. And at the last, providing them with opportunities and promotions. Every associate working in an organization, whether he or she is at any level, they should be provided with opportunities to different opportunities where they can showcase their abilities and talents in a different, or we can even promote them to a higher level, or we can provide them lateral shifts where they feel that they are being valued in an organization. So this is all about the presentation. Thank you.